okay, I'm gonna read some of these comments now. You guys are awesome. Amelia, I was listening on a commercial. They said, make sure to weigh yourself every single day. Yeah, wrong. For those of you who don't know why, I'll just explain it in 30 seconds. The glycogen in your liver and in your muscle sites will fluctuate because depending on your glucose intake, glucose comes from essentially carbohydrates, whether it's a simple carb like a Pop-Tart or a cookie or a donut, or a complex carb like rice or beans or even whole grains. So depending on how much glucose you have coming in, your body will store that. If it doesn't actively need it, like right now at the moment you eat it, it's going to store it. Your body's really smart. It's like, hey, we don't need it now, but maybe we'll need it later. You know, maybe if this person can't eat or this person, like, I don't know. I love the personification of the body. And so you're going to require 4 molecules of water per gram of glycogen. Glycogen is the stored form of glucose. Glucose, I like to think of like pearls. I talk about this in my book. Pearls, and they get strung together. And when they're strung together in a chain, that's how they're stored in the liver and the muscle sites until the body needs glucose and there's none coming in the system. Then it breaks that pearl necklace back down into the individual pearls of glucose to feed into the system. We'll just store that pearl necklace, 4 molecules of water per gram of glycogen. So if you do have more carbs than typical, will you weigh more? Absolutely. Does that mean you put on body fat? We don't know. I know if I'm working with someone and very controlled of what they're doing, but you can't fall in that mindset. And I know the scale owns you. I know it can. I was there, you guys. I weighed like 3 times a day. I'd punish myself depending on if that number went up like even 0.3. And I know there's so many women in their 50s and 60s and 70s that are like, Christy, like this has owned my entire life. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I wish that I could have taught you this sooner, but I wasn't born yet. I'm sorry. Like, and it's beautiful whenever I can see a woman or a man, believe it or not, put their scale away and weigh once a week, maybe even once a month, and focus on behavior. Because the trust in following your plan comes when you have a strategy that you trust. So yeah, I agree. I wouldn't be able to put the scale away unless I knew I was following a plan and was focusing on complying to the plan, that I knew the plan was going to get me to where I want to go. Well, that's what you get when you work with me one-on-one, because you can trust the plan. You can trust that I am going to make sure that plan is exactly what your body needs. So anyway, that's that on the scale. Michelle, I love you. Thank you for ranting on things I want